So we are here at episode number 4 of the Your Product Research series. I hope you're enjoying the content so far. I hope you learned something more about product research. If so, give me a comment below. Let me know if you're enjoying the series, if you want more episodes, or if not, if you're not enjoying it, then I'll just stop the series where it is. I don't want to waste anyone's time or my own. So let me know down below. But in this video, we're going to be breaking down another product completely different to the last ones. So hopefully you can learn something more about product research to help you find your perfect products. Now, if you do enjoy the video, give it a subscribe, give it a thumbs up, comment below, and if you want to be featured on the Your Product Research series, hit me up for the email or my Facebook group. Anything like that is completely perfect. But with all that said, let's get into the video. Alright guys, so you know how this goes by now. We've got another product here that's been sent in by one of you, which we're going to break down step by step, top to bottom, and then left to right to make sure we don't miss a single step. So get your pen and paper out, get your notepad out, whatever you're going to use, and jot down at each section good points, bad points, and at the end you can go back, look at those notes, and make a really good informed decision on your product. So we're going to start here with the main keyword search volume. So 3,895. Now that is slightly less, or kind of a lower amount that I'd want to see for my absolute main keyword search volume. Generally 2,000 is the minimum, but still around 4,000 is still kind of low when it is your main keyword. But we'll disregard that for now and just say that that's okay, we can cope with that. If it's got a bunch of other keywords that are also around that kind of range, we might be able to cope. Some products just have one keyword that's absolutely the best and loads of the ones are small and not very good. Some products will have maybe 5 to 10 keywords that are all doing really, really well. So we'll just say that even though this is the main keyword, I know that this product has a bunch of other keywords that are also in the multiple thousands. So we'll say that this is okay, we can deal with that. And we'll move down to this second line. So total revenue, 16,500. Now, normally I don't look at anything below around 100 grand. So this is very low, a very low number for this product and what I'd normally look at. But when we actually get onto the numbers down here in a minute, hopefully we can try and explain that and disregard this total revenue, because remember, this is an average. You can have all of these people here doing really good numbers, and then on position 35, 36, 37, have people doing like £1 or £2, and that's going to really, really drop your average number here. So although this is kind of important, we can't pay too much attention to even any of the average numbers up here, because they fluctuate so much depending on like 1 or 2 people being outliers in the results. So again, average revenue, I don't tend to look at anything under £2,000. This is 966, sorry. But again, outliers are going to affect this, especially lower down. Let's have a really quick look a sec. We've got revenues of 10, 30, 56, 91, a couple hundreds in here, 247, just 178, 99. These outliers are going to be dragging down these numbers. So although it's good to look at averages and they can give you a rough idea, they are not the be all and end all. So we'll skip over BSR for now and go to the average price, £14.5. Obviously just a little bit below what I generally look at from the £15 to £30 range. But if you can make profit at £14, or if you can find a way to improve that product, so we can see here that some of these sellers are selling that for a higher price. If we can be one of those and still make profit, then there's no reason we couldn't sell at any of those price points. So moving on, average reviews 220. That is kind of dead on between my 200 and 250 max kind of range. Obviously, again, depending on the competitors' listings, do they have good listings? If not, then that could be a factor of competition. If everyone has really, really poor representations of their product and poor bundles, then even if they have good reviews, they're not really that competitive. That doesn't really count as good competition. So there's a bunch of ways to judge competition, not just reviews, but in terms of just this number, the competition isn't looking too bad. So coming down to the actual numbers. Now, of course, the ASIN brand and title, again, are going to be blanked out for the confidentiality of this product. So we'll go ahead and start here with the category. So it seems pretty unanimous that this product is a home and kitchen product, which is completely fine. That's not like a gated category or any restrictions, or there shouldn't really be any issues selling in this category at all. Now, you want to check the product itself and just make sure there's no restrictions on that individual product. But providing that's all okay, then there's nothing really worries me about this category at all. I'd move straight on to the fulfillment. So again, with the fulfillment, basically every single seller is FBA. Now, I'll go over again why this is such a good sign. It's because that shows that there are a bunch of people just like you and me selling this product and obviously making a good profit. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it. It also shows us this product is probably small and light. Otherwise, they wouldn't be FBA, they'd be FBM or MFN. They'd be filling the product themselves because it's too expensive for Amazon to do it. So this tells us a lot about this product, that it's a good opportunity for sellers like us. So very, very happy to see this. So far, everything on this layer of what we look at for the product is bang on the money of what I would like. So moving on to the price. Now, there is some slight fluctuation here in the prices. So mainly from 12 to 20 pounds. And I can tell you from this product, the only difference is the quality and the bundle of the product and what people are charging for mainly like perceived value purposes. But more often than not, all of these products are exactly the same, just different packaging, different bundle, different offer, different quality of listing, different number of reviews. That is the only difference between all of these sellers. So you have a unique opportunity here to actually position yourself in the market quite accurately as either a high-end quality good listing offer or as just an okay offer, which I really wouldn't recommend. I wouldn't try to sell a product and try to be just okay and try to be cheap, because then you're competing on price, and when you compete on price, you're never really going to win. You're always going to have your margins squashed by other people who can sell it cheaper. Often you'll get like suppliers themselves actually sell the product on Amazon, and they're always going to be able to go cheaper than you and still make a profit. So you don't want to compete on price. You need one of these people up here, £20, £19, £19, selling with a good bundle, with good quality like product packaging, showing the perceived value of the product in their listing, beautiful listing all around, good reviews. That's the kind of position you want to be. And you can see these people who are charging more are actually ranked nearer to the top, and the people who are charging less are generally ranked lower down. So that's also a really good sign for hopefully being in this kind of space of 18 to 20 pounds and charging a bit more for your product. So we'll skip over the sales now and just we'll go through revenue in a minute. We'll start off with the actual sales chart in the middle though, just to understand, is this product selling well over time? Is it on a downtrend, upward trend? Is there any seasonality in the product? These are all really key things we need to understand before we invest in any product. So we're going to look at people who have high reviews to make sure we're looking at a good amount of sales history. Obviously, if someone has just started selling on Amazon, then they're not going to have much history for us to look at. So this guy with almost 1,700 reviews, he's going to be a very good person to check his history. So we'll go for all time here, check the longest date range possible. So from February 2018, there is an upward trend. Obviously, back here, he didn't do very many sales at all. He's only now just started to kind of pick up. So maybe he's not the best example. So let's have a look at someone who's hopefully doing a bit more revenue. So this guy doing almost 9 grand and he's got a good amount of reviews. He'll probably be a much better sales trend to check over time. He's probably going to have more data that we can look at. So his only starts from June 2019. So it doesn't go as far back, but we can see he sells consistently basically throughout that kind of time. Did take a slight dip in November, December, nothing too worrying. The overall trend is up, but really we'd like to see it from 2018 and 2019 to see a recurring trend, because we only got really part of the sales history for this product here, which doesn't overly help us. So if we could hopefully find some more people who have good sales and good reviews, that would help us look at this product a bit more. So this guy, 500 reviews, 5 grand in revenue a month. Hopefully he can provide more light on this product. So again, his goes back to March or February 2018. Didn't do too well in 2018, but again in 2019 he's doing much better and looks like a continuous upward trend. And until recently taken a slight dip, but I wouldn't really be too worried about that. So you know what, we'll check one more person here just to try and confirm some thoughts on this product. So only 120 reviews, but we'll go ahead and check his sales trends as well, because he's got a good amount of sales, hopefully he'll have some good data here we can look at. So he is obviously out of stock during this time, and since he came back in September 2019, he's been selling fairly consistently since then. So I would say this product is fairly consistent, maybe on a slight upwards trend, but again, if you was going to be launching this product yourself, you'd want to be checking every single one of these sales trends and making sure that that backs up your theory and what the sales trends are doing. You don't want to invest in a product and then realize it's seasonal or it's on a downward trend or it's going to be gone in a couple of years, okay? So you want to make sure you do your proper market analysis when you're doing this and not just do maybe 2 or 3 like I just did. So moving on to the revenues, let's look at the top maybe 15, 20 sellers here, we can see that basically everybody, apart from, I'd say, these two people, who I can tell you their listings aren't very good, their product isn't very good, in terms of like their listing quality. So we can disregard these two as outliers, but everybody in the top 20 is doing basically around a minimum of around £2,000. Now, that is a very good sign. It's a very good sign of sales distribution. Now, there are people who are doing better. So this guy's doing 12 grand, this one's doing almost 9 grand. So they are getting a lot more sales, but I wouldn't really say that they're dominating the market, because to me, a market domination is where this guy's getting 12 grand sales and everyone else is getting maybe 1,000 to 2,000. But even though he's getting 12 grand, you've got people doing 5 grand, 5 grand here, 3 grand, almost 6 grand. So they're not completely dominating the market. There's a bunch of other sellers in here who are still doing well. And even when we get down to position, even around 30, take out the sponsored listings here, everyone is still almost doing around £1,000, and we're still going down to position 35, and we've still got people doing above a grand. So the spread of sales here is very, very appealing. Very happy of that. That's not too bad at all. And the reason this guy is probably doing so much better is because of his BSR. So if we move over to that, we can see the BSR, the bestseller rankings, is generally like how highly your product is ranked in a category, which kind of tells us how highly it's ranked for your keywords, basically. So we can see that his BSR is much lower than, for example, this person, and basically almost everyone else here. And that could be why he's getting such good sales, combined with the fact he's probably got a great listing and he's like fairly cheap. So $18.99 compared with this guy doing 20 quid. That could be the difference between his amazing sales. This guy is obviously doing quite well as well, but he's only selling his product for £10. So I can tell you that he's just selling the blank product by itself. Not great quality, not a great quality listing, but he's so cheap that people are still buying from him. You don't want to compete with this guy in price because you're probably going to lose in most cases. But again, this guy's an outlier. Not very many people selling for that price. So we're looking at all these people here, and from what we can see, we could probably enter this market so far and compete. And at the minimum, I would expect we'd get £2 grand revenue a month, because not all these people have great listings. Some of them are selling their product really cheap, some of them really expensive, and they're still getting around those numbers. So this is all really, really good signs. So ratings, a bunch of 4.5s. I've mentioned in the past, when you've got a bunch of 4.5 ratings, you generally can improve on that, because we're all going to get 1, 2, 3 star reviews now and again, just from a customer who has an abnormal experience, or is just very, very picky, or they just have a different opinion than everyone else. You're always going to get that 1 star review or 2 star review, which will just drag your results immediately down to 4.5 stars. So we can't really improve on this. It doesn't really say that these products are bad or there's anything inherently wrong with them, although we could check that looking at their negative reviews. I doubt there's going to be a really clear thing we can improve on that's going to make a huge difference, getting us the 5-star rating overall. So nothing we can improve on too much in terms of the quality. So we'll move on to the reviews. Now, this is the really, really, I guess, good looking part about this product, is how there's people here with 57 reviews, 17, 26, we've got 12, 13. These are all ranked in the top 20, I say 20 or so listings, and they're getting good sales. 57 reviews getting $4 grand a month, 17 reviews getting $2 grand a month, 26 getting 1.5. These two outliers not doing very well, and I can tell you that generally the people not doing as well, they have poor listings, they don't have the best listing, and they're selling their product cheaper. So that is most likely why they're getting bad sales, not just their reviews. So just by showing that you can rank with this product with low reviews, it shows me that if I had a great listing, a great offer, a great price, I improved something, I bundled something, that I could rank for this product with low reviews, and I can actually probably sell really, really well, because I can see that everyone who does have those things is selling well, and people who don't aren't selling that well. And I think the only reason they're not selling well is because of their listings and not because of their reviews, because I can see that people who do have a good listing and a good offer with slightly low reviews, they are still doing well. So this is a product that I would definitely be interested in, despite these numbers up here being like dragged down by outliers, despite maybe people thinking it's a bit competitive. I would now go on to calculate the margins of this product. I would look at the listings, where can I improve, where can I differentiate, what can I do different about this product, what can I bundle and add to it to try and stand out in the market. The only thing that worries me about this product slightly, like really slightly, is the sales trends, but I'm sure if I looked at a few more of those, that would put me at ease and I would have no issues going for this product, charging around £19-20, hopefully making around 25-30% margin, and being among these top sellers, making 3 to maybe 10 grand a month at the top end, depending on how highly I can rank for the main keywords. So that's my opinion on this product. This is definitely something you would like to look for when you're doing your product research. And to those of you, or to the person who sent this to me, I hope this has helped you decide to maybe give this product a shot. If you can afford to really go for it, really optimize your listing, and really compete with some of these people, I think you definitely have a chance of at least hitting the minimum numbers of maybe £1,000, £2,000 revenue a month. And if you really go for it and invest in it, I don't think there's any reason why you couldn't be at least in this area doing 3 grand a month or more in time. So definitely a product I would personally probably go for. I hope this has helped you, and for those of you just watching, I hope it's taught you something about product research. Now, if you're looking to sell on Amazon FBA in the UK and you're actually serious about it, check out the AZ Academy in the link below. It's going to teach you step by step how to do absolutely everything with my personal support. So go ahead, enjoy that. If not, enjoy the free content. I only put it out to help you guys in your Amazon journeys. And again, if you've enjoyed the video, give it a subscribe, give it a bell notification, thumbs up, comment down below if you're enjoying the series, anything you want me to cover more in depth. If you want to send your product in, message me on Facebook or by email. Both links are in the description below. I hope you've enjoyed it, guys. I'll see you in the next video.
Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself?